All right, we're here with some of the Bruins after they defeated Grace Bible College. We're on our way to our first national championship tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Coach, I guess let's just start with that. What's it feel like? It's I'm sure kind of a surreal feeling that, here we are one game away from our first national title.
Well, I mean, it's almost like a Hollywood script when you look at the adversity that we faced during first semester. It was really tough on me being a coach when frankly I wasn't their first choice to be their coach, and that's just the reality of it. And it took them a while to get used to me, but I told them they didn't choose me, but I chose them. I chose to leave guys that I loved in Georgia to be with guys that I knew I would love if they gave me the chance to love them, and I do. And I think that's where it starts. One thing that we have that a lot of people talk about family when it comes to a basketball team, and they talk about love and things like that, and the people who are around them know that that's not really true, and we truly are. We love each other, we bear one another's burdens, and I would just start right there with why we're at where we're at, is we love each other. And when you love each other, you're willing to do the extra things. You're willing to work out a little bit more. You're willing to hold each other accountable for anything that might distract from the focus of your team, and love is all you need.
So let's get to the game tonight. Grace Bible was a team that we know was a strong team. Came in with a big win in their first game. So take me through a little bit of the preparation of it. I know obviously Chris was instrumental in some of the defensive schemes that you had. Yeah. But what was kind of the game plan against them tonight?
So we've been preparing for them for a couple weeks. Just you have to kind of be prepared for all scenarios at this time of year, and we don't play against a lot of zone in our region. Really, a lot of people in the South in general don't play zone. It's just a more athletic man-to-man type thing. And so we've had to spend a little bit more time preparing for that, and I'm glad that we did. And what they like to do is get it to their big man early, have us collapse, and then kick it out to their shooters who are just spotted up. But Chris would not let that happen, and I told Chris that he was going to be the key, that nobody would ever know that he was the key, but that he would be the key to how we started out, and he was. And I'm just so thankful for the growth that I've seen in him off the court and what I've seen in him on the court. He is a nightmare for opposing teams because he is the hardest worker on our team.
Chris, let's talk a little bit about it, man. I guess let's go back to the drawing board. You knew the challenge. I mean, he's the biggest guy in the tournament, tallest guy in the tournament, probably the biggest frame in the tournament, and just his effectiveness in the post to be able to find guys, but also to be able to score. So, just your mentality coming into this one, what was it?
Yeah, I remember Coach talking to me today earlier, just like remembering the Pensacola game where Cody Pratt, he really gave it to me the first couple of minutes, and I didn't want to let that happen again. And also, big shout out to Quez. He was a big help tonight. He was a dominant force when I was tired, and we both contributed. I think I'll give number 4 on Grace. He's a very good player. I really respect him, and he worked hard. But Coach and the players helped. Like it was a group effort, but they were a good team. So it was nice to get the win.
As you guys, defensively really started to step up, how do you think that fed into your offense as well?
Yeah, I would just say, guys were like, no regrets. We're not backing down tonight. Nothing. Like we're giving it all tonight. So it was a push to the finish.
Matt, you were one of those guys that came in over the course of the game. Particularly at the closeout of the first half. Pulling down that rebound, getting those, diving on the floor for loose balls, those kinds of things. As Coach said, it's not just one guy. It's not just one guy taking the team on his back and winning it all for us. It's everybody doing their role. How do you feel like the bench and you did their role tonight?
I mean, everybody played a role tonight, regardless of if they were on the floor or not. When I talked to Coach during the summer, when I found out I was going to be able to play, I told him I'll just be your guy that causes havoc. And tonight I was able to do that. That was my whole goal, was to go in there as long as they needed me to be in there, and just go as hard as I possibly could. I had a little bit more energy than I feel like the other guys because I've been resting off of injuries, and then last night got sick before the game, so wasn't able to play. So tonight I had a little bit more built up energy than the rest of the guys, so I was able to contribute that. Mm-hmm. But like Chris said, this was a 1 through 12 victory tonight. This was every single guy took advantage of their opportunities and did the best that they could possibly do, and I'm proud of it. It's a great feeling, but it's not the end feeling.
Yeah,
it's not the end feeling.
What do you guys think about, obviously as you guys are playing on the court, when you have, Bruin Nation up in the stands as big as they were tonight, how do you think the crowd impacted the game tonight? Anybody can answer.
Well, I mean, I think if we're playing this game at an opposing gym, that the results are a little bit different. When we started feeling a little bit tired and when the game started getting a little bit closer, they started chanting BJU, BJU. I could feel it in my heart. I really could. I could feel it over there. I could feel the thumping sitting in the chairs over there. And that floor really vibrates when you're sitting down there on the floor. And they don't realize, I don't think, how much they can impact us. I talked last night in the interview about them being a sixth man, and they were the sixth man. If I could give them all a jersey, I would. And maybe if I find our other ones, I will.
All right, Coach, we'll close it out with this. As you said, it's kind of a Hollywood script, writers putting it all together, but tomorrow we get a chance to go against a team that knocked us out of the national championship running last year. And really, I mean, most could say that was foretelling of knowing that we were going to face them again. So now, coming in day one, going over the course of all the ups and downs of the season, we get back and we get the chance to redeem ourselves against Randall. What's it going to take?
Well, we even now, I don't ever talk about a championship. I just always talk about executing our game plan, doing the best that we can do. And that may sound like a cliche answer, like a Bill Belichick answer, but that's really it. Trust the process. If we trust the process, do what we're supposed to do. We're athletic, they're athletic, and we have some injuries. If I had to guess right now, I would say Nate probably wouldn't play, and that's okay. I mean, it really is. It's the next guy up. We did a lot without Quez first semester, and Nate's been our best player. And I'm not going to diminish what he does, but it doesn't do us any good to wish and hope and all that and think about him not being there. We just got to play with who we have, and I promise you, who we have is going to fight, and who we have is good enough to win. I promise you that.